Have you ever wondered what makes a woman irresistible more than ever? What makes men stop in their tracks and give all their attention to someone, well, it's not just about looks or superficial traits. It's something much deeper, something that touches the core of attraction. The women who truly know how to seduce any man effortlessly aren't the youngest or the most conventionally beautiful. They're the ones who understand 5 profound secrets that bypass a man's logical mind and speak directly to his deepest desires. If you've ever wondered why some women seem to have men completely captivated while others struggle to keep attention, you're about to discover the answer. I'm Vernon, and today I'm going to share 5 secrets that no one tells you to seduce and keep any man hooked, instantly and powerfully. But before we dive deep, make sure you're subscribed to my channel, because the wisdom we're exploring today builds on itself. Each secret amplifies the others. Let's begin this journey together.
Secret number 1. The art of mysterious presence. You know, there's something profoundly magnetic about a woman who doesn't feel the need to explain herself completely. In a world where everyone is constantly putting themselves out there, showing all their cards, it's easy to fall into the trap of trying to be too available. But the art of being irresistible isn't about being loud or constantly accessible. It's about becoming someone who draws attention effortlessly, not through words, but through presence. This is where the mysterious presence comes in. The key to captivating any man effortlessly is knowing how to use your presence in a way that creates curiosity rather than satisfying it. You don't need to reveal everything all at once. The magic happens in the pauses, in the spaces between your words, in the moments when you let your energy do the talking instead of oversharing. Think of it like this. A man can be attracted to your energy without needing to know everything about you. When you step into a room, own the space without feeling the need to fill every silence with conversation. Let your confidence be felt in your stillness. The way you carry yourself, subtly yet powerfully, becomes a story he's dying to know more about. Recent research from the University of Rochester found that people are most attracted to those who maintain what psychologists call optimal distinctiveness, being known enough to create connection, but unknown enough to maintain fascination. You don't have to be an enigma. Just let your aura suggest there's more to you than meets the eye. This leaves him wondering, what else does she have to offer? What's she hiding behind that smile? It creates intrigue, and intrigue, my friend, is irresistible. So how can you cultivate this mysterious presence? Practice the art of the meaningful pause. When someone asks you a question, especially about your past or your thoughts, allow a moment of silence before responding. Not because you're calculating an answer, but because you're honoring the depth of what they've asked. The 13th century Persian poet Rumi wrote, "Sell your cleverness and buy bewilderment." This doesn't mean playing dumb. It means allowing space for wonder, for questions, for the unknown aspects of who you are to intrigue rather than intimidate. Do you have your own way of creating mystery? Share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear how you captivate those around you with your own unique energy. And remember, the power of presence is the power to draw him in effortlessly. The next time you're in conversation with a man you're interested in, resist the urge to completely explain yourself. Share your enthusiasm, your insights, your experiences, but leave room for curiosity. Notice how the dynamic shifts when you honor both revelation and mystery. Now this mysterious presence becomes even more powerful when combined with something that might surprise you, creating what I call an emotional sanctuary. And that's where our next secret takes us deeper. Secret 2. The power of emotional sanctuary. Carl Jung, the great Swiss psychiatrist, observed that the meeting of two personalities is like the contact of two chemical substances. If there is any reaction, both are transformed. But here's what Jung didn't elaborate on. The most transformative relationships happen when one person creates a space of complete emotional safety. When you become a safe space for someone emotionally, they feel comfortable opening up, being vulnerable, and showing you parts of themselves that they rarely share with anyone. You're not just someone they find physically attractive, you become someone they trust. And trust is the foundation of any captivating relationship. You see, men are wired to seek out emotional refuge just as much as they seek physical connection. But not just any kind of refuge, the kind that makes them feel seen, heard, and accepted without judgment. This doesn't mean you have to constantly fix his problems or carry the weight of his emotions. It's about being present, listening with intent, and offering a safe space for him to express himself. Your calm, steady presence becomes an emotional anchor that he can rely on, especially when the world feels overwhelming. My dear friend Patricia discovered this quite by accident. At 61, after her divorce, she started volunteering at a crisis helpline. The training taught her something profound about holding space for others' emotions without trying to fix or judge them. When she began dating again, she unconsciously brought this skill into her relationships. Patricia told me about her third date with Robert, a recently widowed professor. Instead of trying to cheer him up when he mentioned missing his late wife, she simply said, "Tell me about her. What did you love most?" For the next hour, Robert shared stories, laughed, even cried a little. He later told Patricia that he'd never felt so seen and accepted by another woman. Neuroscience research from UCLA shows that when we feel emotionally safe with someone, our brains release oxytocin, the bonding hormone, at significantly higher levels. But here's the key. This only happens when safety feels genuine, not performed. Men, especially mature men, have developed sophisticated radar for authenticity. When a man shares something vulnerable, whether it's stress about work, worries about his health, or memories of loss, resist the urge to immediately offer advice or reassurance. Instead, reflect back what you hear. "It sounds like that situation really weighs on you." Or, "I can see how much that meant to you." But remember, being an emotional sanctuary doesn't mean becoming an emotional dumping ground. The difference lies in boundaries. You're offering understanding, not taking responsibility for his feelings. This distinction is crucial and connects to something we'll explore more deeply in our fourth secret.
This week, when someone shares something emotional with you, focus entirely on understanding their experience rather than changing it. Notice how this shifts not just their response to you, but your own sense of inner strength and compassion. These first two secrets, mysterious presence and emotional sanctuary, create a foundation. But the third secret I'm about to share might challenge everything you think you know about showing vulnerability in relationships.
Secret number 3. The wisdom of strategic vulnerability. Before we go further, I want to ask you something. Have you noticed how the most captivating women you know seem to have this ability to be both strong and soft, both independent and open? There's ancient wisdom here that modern dating advice gets completely backwards. The Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking." But here's the paradox of attraction. True strength isn't about never needing anyone. It's about choosing to be vulnerable from a place of wholeness, not emptiness. It's not about pouring out all your insecurities at once or using your emotions as a tool of manipulation. Strategic vulnerability is about showing just enough of yourself at the right moments to create an emotional connection without giving everything away. It's about letting him see the real you, the parts that are imperfect, the parts that you've learned to embrace in a way that makes you relatable and human, not weak. Why is this powerful? Because when you allow yourself to be vulnerable in a measured and intentional way, you create a space where he feels safe to open up as well. This mutual exchange builds trust, emotional intimacy, and a deeper connection. It's an unspoken bond that pulls him closer, makes him want to know more, and keeps him wanting to be around you. Men are naturally drawn to women who can be real without being desperate, open without being clingy. This third one ties them together beautifully. You maintain your mystery while creating safety for others. And now you add strategic vulnerability, letting someone see your authentic reactions and emotions when it serves connection, not when it serves your anxiety. This is how you practice strategic vulnerability. Instead of hiding your genuine responses to life, share them from a centered place. If you're moved by a sunset, express it. If you're concerned about a friend, mention it. If something delights you, show it. But always from your authentic self, not from a need for reassurance. When you do this, he starts to feel the connection. The walls begin to come down, and you both engage on a deeper emotional level. So far, we've explored being mysteriously present, creating emotional sanctuary, and sharing strategic vulnerability. These three secrets work together to create a foundation of authentic attraction and lead us to something even more powerful.
Secret number 4. The magic of intellectual seduction. The French philosopher Voltaire once had a love affair that lasted decades, not because of physical attraction alone, but because of intellectual stimulation. His partner, Émilie du Châtelet, was a brilliant mathematician and physicist. At 40, she was considered past her prime by society's standards, yet Voltaire called her the most extraordinary woman who ever lived.
There's something profoundly seductive about a woman who has cultivated her mind, who has opinions shaped by experience, who can engage in meaningful conversation. And here's what's beautiful. This form of attraction actually increases with age and experience. Intellectual seduction isn't about showing off knowledge. It's about revealing the unique way your mind works, the connections you make, the perspectives you've developed through decades of living. Psychological research shows that men are deeply attracted to what's called intellectual humility combined with passionate curiosity. This means being knowledgeable while remaining open to learning, having strong opinions while staying curious about other perspectives. Do you remember our second secret about being an emotional sanctuary? Intellectual seduction works the same way. You create a space where ideas can be explored safely, where a man can share his thoughts and insights without judgment, where conversation becomes a form of intimate connection. So cultivate genuine curiosity about subjects that fascinate you. It's not enough to simply read the surface material or learn things just to fill up time. Dive deeper into topics that ignite something within you. Whether it's art, philosophy, science, or even something more niche, the goal is to develop an authentic interest that grows with time. Read about them, take classes, join discussion groups, or engage with online communities that share your passions. These are all great ways to explore, but don't stop there. The most important step in this process is developing your unique perspective. This means going beyond just absorbing information and starting to form your own views. What do you really think about the books you read? What emotions do they stir in you? How do the concepts resonate with your experiences, your worldview, your personal journey? Then, in conversation, ask questions that reveal thinking, not just facts. Instead of, "What do you do for work?" try, "What aspects of your work do you find most meaningful?" Instead of, "Have you traveled much?" ask, "What's a place that changed how you see the world?" If this idea of intellectual seduction resonates with you, hit that like button. We keep exploring this journey together. This intellectual connection becomes even more powerful when combined with our final secret, one that might be the most important of all. Because all of this, the mystery, the emotional safety, the vulnerability, the intellectual connection, culminates in something that embodies the very essence of irresistible femininity. Secret number 5. The grace of confident independence. The ancient Greek concept of autarky doesn't mean isolation. It means self-sufficiency that enhances rather than excludes relationships. And this, perhaps, is where mature women have their greatest advantage in the art of attraction. When a woman embodies this principle, when she's genuinely content with her own life while remaining open to sharing it, she becomes irresistible, not because men need to complete her, but because they want to complement her. The less you need a man to complete your life, the more attractive you become to quality men. This isn't about being unavailable or aloof. It's about being genuinely fulfilled in your own life and remaining open to connection without needing it to define your happiness. When you're fully content on your own, not depending on anyone to fill emotional gaps or validate your worth, you radiate an energy of self-assurance that is magnetic. You've built your own world full of passions, pursuits, and personal growth, And when a man sees that you are already whole, not searching for someone to complete you, he begins to view you as someone who can complement his life, not someone who needs him to complete hers. Men instinctively recognize and are drawn to women who embody this wholeness. Confident independence means having your own interests, your own goals, your own sources of joy that don't depend on a relationship. It means being able to say, "I'd love to see you Friday, but I have plans with my book club," without apologizing or feeling guilty. Being emotionally fulfilled on your own also gives you the power to navigate relationships from a place of balance. You're not coming from a place of neediness, but from a place of choice. You choose to connect, to share, and to grow together, not because you need him, but because you want him in your life, as a partner who enhances what you already have. So focus on being your best self. Build your own world of success, joy, and fulfillment. When you stop needing someone to make you happy, the right person will naturally want to be part of that life, not to complete it, but to join it. Notice how this final secret brings together all the others? You maintain mystery because you have a rich life to be mysterious about. You create emotional sanctuary because you are secure enough to hold space for others. You engage in strategic vulnerability because you are strong enough to be real. You engage in intellectual seduction because you are continually growing and learning. This is why these 5 secrets become more powerful with age, not less. Every year of experience, every challenge overcome, every dream pursued adds to your capacity for this kind of authentic, irresistible presence. As we reach the end of our time together today, I want you to understand something profound. These 5 secrets, mysterious presence, emotional sanctuary, strategic vulnerability, intellectual seduction, and confident independence, aren't techniques to master. They're expressions of who you already are when you fully embrace your authentic power. True attraction comes not from becoming someone different, but from becoming more fully yourself. Every experience in your life, every lesson learned, every challenge overcome has been preparing you for this understanding. So choose one of these 5 secrets that resonated most deeply, and for the next week, practice embodying it fully. Not as a strategy to attract men, but as an expression of your authentic self. Notice what shifts, not just in how others respond to you, but in how you feel about yourself. Remember, the most irresistible thing about any woman isn't her age, her appearance, or her circumstances. It's her willingness to be authentically, courageously, magnificently herself. And that capacity only grows with time. I'd really appreciate it as you like and share this video with other women who might benefit from these insights. Subscribe for more wisdom from the ages, and tell me in the comments, which of these 5 secrets speaks most powerfully to you right now? Until next time, remember, you are not becoming beautiful. You are revealing the beauty that was always there. The world needs more women who understand their own irresistible power. This is Vernon, and thank you for watching.